Back in the day, I will make my next video about the top animes of all time. I just need to refresh on the anime that I have to watch. But this is not the here and there. I like to explain something about video games. When it comes to PlayStation 2, Xbox, and Nintendo, to my opinion, I think Sony wins out hands down because they're Sony and they own pretty much anything except for Disney. Um, then I think it goes Nintendo, and then Microsoft. Now the only reason why I put Nintendo ahead of Microsoft is because of the fact that most of Microsoft games, if I don't care about fucking good graphics. If your graphics are good, I don't fucking care. Because if the gameplay sucks ass, then why the fuck should I play in the first place? And here's the other issue with Microsoft and Sony is that if I buy an Xbox game for an Xbox One or Xbox 360 or the new console that's coming out, I could probably get the same game for this PlayStation, but the only difference between PlayStation and Microsoft is the fact that Sony has a lot of JRPG exclusives. Because when it comes to this is what a lot of people don't understand is the fact that Microsoft you think is a good gaming console, but to be frankly honest with you, unless they're like unless the console is good in the West, people don't give a flying fuck about it in Japan. That's where Sony makes most of their money, because when I watch an anime, most if they make a video game console reference or they're making one of the characters play a video game console, it's usually Nintendo or Nintendo DS or Nintendo system or a Sony system. Because Microsoft, there's only been like one instance where I saw a freaking Xbox on an anime, and I don't even remember what anime it was. Because Sony has a lot of marketing towards Japan when it comes to video games. That's where they make most of their money. Because in Japan, Microsoft is not as popular. People don't buy the Xbox. No one buys any of the consoles that Microsoft makes in Japan because it's heavily dominated by Nintendo and mostly Sony. Because here's the thing, Sony made the PlayStation with the Sega Saturn and the what's it called, Nintendo 64. Okay, and during that time they made the Nintendo GameCube, and they made the Nintendo GameCube and also the PlayStation 2 and the Sega CD. The problem with Microsoft is the fact that, yes, they made the console, but the only reason why people wanted to buy the original Xbox is because there was one first person shooter game that everyone was playing, and the fact that you can play online on the original Xbox. Um, the Xbox 360 was popular in the West, though, because there are two things that you can do. You can mod the fuck out of it with like playing freaking modded games and stuff. And also, it had a lot of exclusives. Like, for example, you could play Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, Halo 1, Halo 3. You can play some other games that you can't play on the PlayStation 3. But the problem with the Sony Microsoft is the fact that they have to deal with a market in Japan where it's heavily dominated by Sony players. That's why when you get a PlayStation 4 or 5, I don't understand why people try to make an argument with Microsoft's new console. I don't give a damn about the graphics, unless the game library is decent, and that's what the main issue is the fact that people don't want you to play a fucking video game just for first person shooters, and the fact that if I can get your game, if I can get your game on a different console, why do I have to buy your console in the first fucking place? It's like, for example, the Tales series. The Tales series has been a Microsoft Sony exclusive. The Tales series has been. I've always said that the Tales series is like my favorite Tales series of all time. I love the Tales series. It's my favorite RPG series. I played 400 hours of Tales of Vesperia. I played crap out of Tales of F. I played a lot of Tales games. Okay, but the funny thing is that the Tales series has been around since the PlayStation 2. The only games that the Microsoft has had for this Tales series is Tales of Vesperia, and that was on the Xbox 360. Now the remaster version everyone sees. That's the main issue. Is the fact that then again it was only in Japan. But Tales of Vesperia, a definite edition, is the PlayStation 3 version that was only exclusive in Japan and it was only for the PlayStation 3. The Xbox 360, they cut out a lot of shit. And that's what pissed me off. They even cut out one of the main bosses in the final product. But I didn't hate on it. I did not do anything about it, but hey, whatever. Japan Japan loves its RPGs. And that's what my main issue is with Microsoft. I'm not gonna get an Xbox, the new Scarlet for Microsoft, because if most of the games that I can get on the that you can get on there, I can probably get on on Sony's PlayStation 5. Even though a lot of people have been telling me that, oh, but the graphics though, graphics do not make a video game perfect, okay? Just to let you know, graphics are not everything. If the game has beautiful fucking graphics, but the gameplay fucking sucks, I don't want to fucking play it. And to top it all off, if I can't play my JRPGs on a Microsoft console, then what's the fucking point? Because Microsoft is not really popular in Japan, and that's the main reason why they don't have a lot of Japan JRPGs, which is Japanese RPG games, in their consoles because they don't like to do it, and that's what my bread and butter is. I love JRPGs because they tell you a story that might be filler or just the story in general. I mean, seriously. The thing is the fact, and I like to say digress. I mean, unlike fucking, you think that, oh no, they do have their RPGs, yeah, but the only RPGs that Microsoft have are the ones that are fucking popular, like Naruto, because Naruto has gotten two exclusive Xbox 360 games, I believe, from Rise of Ninja and the Broken Bond, I believe, but I don't know if you can get them on the PlayStation 3. But to be frankly honest with you, Broken Bond was good, but the Rise of the Ninja game fucking sucked. Most of the voice acting didn't even sync up to the show, and that's what I didn't like about it. And most of the fucking missions were fucking tedious. Broken Bond was actually a good, decent fighting style when it comes to the thing. But the problem with that game is the fact that once you're done and get all the characters, there's nothing you can do other than fight. I don't fucking get what the hell their problem is. I don't like people doing this, that, and the other thing. I just don't like it. It pisses me off. With that being said, though, I like to say this that I think that Sony has nothing to fear. I don't give a damn about graphics, to be honest with you, but that's just me. I'm more of a Sony type person, and I would love to buy their new console, the PlayStation 5. Um, as for Nintendo, I will try to get their new console if they ever make one, but they're probably too busy making the Switch, so I do have to get a Switch at some point, which I probably won't, because I'll probably skip it. Because my brother used to have it, and I didn't like the controller, so yeah, I like the original controller, but back in the day, it was mostly Nintendo, and in the early '90s, Nintendo only had to deal with Sega and PC gamers. PC gamers is the way to go because the graphics are better than any other thing. I just don't know why you need to put a PC in a freaking console just to boost up the graphics. It's not gonna make the game better. It's not. If the gameplay fucking sucks, then why the fuck bother making it in the first fucking place? I don't fucking get what the fuck they want me to play a fucking game that the game's gonna suck ass just because of reasons and stuff like that. It's just like, for example, Super Mario 64. It had great graphics back in the day, but I also had great gameplay for a platformer. That's his bread and butter. You might when you were a kid back in the mid 90s and you got Nintendo 64 in the game, and Super Mario 64 was one of the launch titles for the system, and you're like, whoa, look at the graphics. But the main reason why you kept playing was because it was a great fucking platformer. That's the main reason why people bought Nintendo 64. Nowadays, people don't like fucking they make a half-ass game and then now we're just patching with updates and stuff. That's not how you're supposed to do it. I understand you can patch the game up, but sometimes when you patch the game up, it pisses me off because if you do patch it up, then something else will fuck up because you patched the thing that you were trying to fix. That's what mostly happens with most of these things. Now, sometimes it doesn't happen like that. Like, for example, Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight, when it first launched, everyone got fucking pissed off because they were doing this, that, and the other thing. They made it a good game, but that was later down the line, and the problem was that when they were playing it, when they were trying to update all the things, people just got sick of playing it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do with a video game where you can just play it just for shits and their giggles. I mean, I don't understand why companies say, "Oh, we're just giving them a half-ass fucking console and stuff like that." I don't fucking get that. I want to play a finished product, whether it's bug or stuff. It's just like me. I always love playing Sonic 06 just how fucking broken it is and how fucking bad it is because that's the finished product. Okay? I don't give a shit if you can update it and stuff. That's telling me that you didn't finish the game right from the start and you're just being fucking lazy. That's fucking horseshit. I don't like that. That's why I like to play old school gaming because what you see is what you get. You can't update the fucking thing unless you have an update for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, or the fucking Nintendo Switch. I don't like that. It pisses me off at the point. Finish the fucking game or don't make it or don't release it at all. That's what pisses me off nowadays. Now there are some benefits when it comes to the quote unquote update system. It's like, for example, if you give me the finished product and they find out there's bugs there, you can patch it, which is bullshit. The only thing I can understand is DLC. If you want to keep add on to the game itself to keep it alive and fresh, that I can get down to. But the problem is though is the fact that if you know that the sales are bad and you want to keep updating it, why are you bothering it if the game is like 4 to 3 years old? No one's gonna be fucking playing it now. And that's what the problem is with these fucking consoles. I don't fucking get gaming logic. I fucking hate companies that make video games that just half-ass it and say, we'll just patch it later. That's fucking horseshit. Okay? It's either you work on the game or you don't work at all. I get so fucking pissed off at fucking gaming companies nowadays because they make it they bring out the game and it's not even fucking broken. It's not even fucking done and it fucking sucks. 2 weeks later they bring out the fucking video game back up and they're like, "Oh, here's the finished product. Sorry, we had to update it." That's just telling me that you guys released it early just so that you can piss off a lot of gamers. And the only people that will still play their fucking games are freaking diehard fans of the fucking series, or they're just curious on what the updates are. That's what pisses me off. It really does, okay? If you don't give me a product that's finished, now if you want to add on to the product, I have no problem with that. You can even spend money for the DLC. That's fine. I have no problem with that. Because you're adding on to the product. But when you're trying to patch things up to make the product better, it pisses me off because the fact of the matter is you weren't finished with the game to begin with, and it just makes me want to, get mad and throw my controller through the fucking TV. Alright? That's why I like Sonic 06. I said that before. Because of the fact that it's a finished product It's really fucking bad, but I enjoy playing the game. I even beat the game like once, and I even got almost all the. Why the fuck is there a truck out here in the fucking middle of the fucking night? I mean, it's like 9. It's like 1:30 in the morning here. But anyway, I'm not adding this fucking shit out. I'm fucking pissed. I mean, seriously, that's why I like Sonic 06. Because even though it's a finished game, it's not really finished. They give out the final product anyway, and that's what I like about it. It's a really. I even beat the game once, and then I got all the S rank missions from Silver and Shadow. I did not get all the missions, S rank missions for Sonic because I can't. I suck at his fucking Mach speed sections. You fucking asshole. But like I said before, I'm done with these new consoles. If you don't give me a good game on the new console, I'm just saying. I have a lot of anger built up into me when it comes to this shit, and I have issues when it comes to talking to people. But I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care. I know this video is 16 minutes long, but I have a lot to say about the video game industry and the fact that if you're gonna give me a half-ass game, then what's the point? What's the point of releasing it if it's not fucking finished because you have to patch it up and shit? Finish the product, and if you find a bug that you missed, that I can understand if you miss a bug because not everyone's perfect. But if the game's like fucking sucks ass and you try to make it better in the future, that just tells me that you weren't ready to release the game in the first fucking place. So I hope everyone has a nice positive day. Take care. Another update before I get up. I'm not doing Sonic 3 Knuckles at the moment. I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing Sonic. Because I just finished recording Sonic 1 and 2, and I'm like sick and tired of seeing Sonic. Sonic this, Sonic that. We will be doing the live stream tomorrow to when I wake up, which I don't know what game I'm gonna be recording, but we'll wait and see. It's gonna probably be the anime boobs and stuff. So yeah, hope you guys are ready for anime boobs because you guys are gonna like that. Sorry, it's a good fighting beat 'em up game. Although one of the people gave me a comment saying that I do the same combination. So what? It's a beat 'em up game. I mean, seriously, it's like people who do spamming the Hadouken in Street Fighter. Everyone fucking does the same shit. Everyone knows how to win cheesy. That's another thing. I don't like players who can't play the fucking game or just fucking are AFK. If you're in the fucking game, then why the fuck you bother playing if you're not moving your fucking character? It's either you're playing the game or you're not playing at all. I hate those fucking players. I also hate fucking players who fucking say that they're like cheap and stuff. Like for example, oh you suck, blah blah blah. You're telling me that I suck at a video game, even though that if a better player comes towards you, you tell them that they suck because they keep fucking killing you. But then again, you talk shit because of the fact that you're telling me that I keep getting killed by you. Dude, in this world, and I'm going to say this right now, in this world, no matter how good you are at a fucking video game, no matter how good you train yourself at a first person shooter or a third person shooter or whatever the hell game you have, there's always going to be one player that's better than you no matter what. No matter what, because there are millions of people on this world, and there's always going to be that one player that's better than you. They're mostly in Japan because Japan makes these fucking consoles, and that's the bottom line. So I hope everyone has a nice positive day. Take care. That's what my mindset is right now. I will be doing a live stream when I wake up in the morning. I don't know what game. It'll probably be about boobs and, because it's boobs and who doesn't like boobs. I will be recording at least some other game. I might do Fullmetal Alchemist. I don't know. I don't want to play Sonic at the moment. So stay positive. Also, if I'm not on anyone's live stream later this afternoon, I will tell you this. I'm trying to research the anime that's next on the list because I kind of forgot I know the plot of the next anime. It's just that I forgot what the characters' personalities are. Yeah. So I apologize. I will have that up tomorrow though. Guarantee fucking to you, unless I get unless someone tells me that I have to do something with them. But anyway, have a nice positive day. Take care. I know this video is like 20 minutes long, but I had a lot of stuff to get off my chest when it comes to fucking video games. So yeah, stay positive, everyone. Peace out.